Welcome to Diamond.Standard.Gaming, and today we are going to work on our second part of our skyscraper. So today we're going to go ahead and we're going to add in the floors for each of the stories of the skyscraper. Then we're going to also add in like a giant antenna piece up top. We're going to add some sidewalks around the base, and then a little bit of detail around the outside with spruce doors. And then we're going to go ahead and finish it all off with some stairs on the first, going from the first to the second floor. So what we're going to start with here is we're going to start with adding the floor. Now this is the floor of the 6th floor. And I'm just using spruce wood blocks for this. And yeah, I center it right between the windows on each of the floors. So in this case, there's one, stone block below the window on the 6th floor and one stone block above the window on the 5th floor. So I go ahead and just fill that all in with the wooden blocks, just like that. And then here you can see what it kind of looks like, the finished floor. So now this is the smallest of the floors. Well, I guess the 5th and 6th floor are the same size, but it's still a pretty good size. Still big enough to put some stuff in. And then I go ahead and I repeat that process for all the other floors, and I go ahead and I play it and fast forward so you don't have to see me place every single block. There's the next floor down, and then here we are on the 4th floor, I believe. And this one is a little bit bigger. This one is technically 13 by 13. And then this is, again, the same size as that previous one was, so also 13 by 13. And then essentially the second and first floor is 15 by 15 in size. Okay, that takes care of that. And then I'm working on the second floor right here, so I go ahead and put the floor in for that. And in this video, we're not going to go ahead and furnish it and turn it into rooms or residentials or restaurants or whatever, but in the next video, that's what we'll be working on. And we might go ahead and add a couple more details too on the next build, such as, balconies or something like that. We'll see. Okay, and this is how it kind of looks from the outside now. You can see the floors are in on each of the levels. And we will go ahead and put stairs in, going up to each one of them in the next video. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the top and I'm going to basically build like a giant antenna. This is kind of a mix between like a medieval and a modern building, because obviously a medieval building wouldn't have an antenna, but I wanted something up on top that was a little different. I didn't want to just build like the castle top where it has the alternating blocks around the perimeter. So I decided to go with an antenna for this. So what I do is I find the center and I put a block right in the center. And then I end up going up, I count 5 from each side just to make sure it's right in the center. And then what I do is I count up 16 high. So there's 1 there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's actually, 17, 18. Maybe I went a little higher. But that's pretty much the size of 3 stories of our building. So that's actually half the height of our building right there, or half the height of the remaining building. Then I go here on the side and I count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then I go ahead and I repeat that on each of the sides of the centerpiece that we just placed. And I was kind of winging this. I really didn't make a really big plan, so I didn't exactly know how this was going to end up looking, but I think it looked okay. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of it, and if there's anything that you would like to see different or you think I could do different that would make it look better. Okay, then we go here again to the side and we count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 this time, and we again go ahead and repeat that on all the sides. Alright, That takes care of that. Then we again step back and take a look at it. It's starting to look like something at least. Okay, then we go here again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this time we go up 5 and repeat that on the remaining 3 sides. Alright, that's how it's looking so far. And then here we go ahead and finish it up. We do 2, and then we do 1. And again, repeat that on the remaining 3 sides right there. Okay. So that's how it's looking right now. And then we're going to go in this corner, like right here, and we're going to fill this with some blocks right here. And I didn't want to make it like flat, perfectly flat, like level with those edge pieces right there, like on the left and the right. You see those 2 pieces? I didn't want to make it level with that. But, so I did want those to be a little lower. So again, I was kind of winging this whole thing. So we'll see how it looks when it's all said and done. So I go right here and we count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 high. And again, repeat that on the 3 remaining corners there. And this is just to give it a little bit more mass, so it's not, doesn't look like really thin, because before without this it looked real thin. Then we go ahead over here and essentially on either side of the block we just placed there, we're going to go place 1, 2, 3, 4, and we do it on the other side as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, and again repeat. Then we do 1, 2, 3 right there, and then we go ahead and do 1 and 1, and that's how that ends up looking. And then we go ahead and we repeat that for the remaining 3 sides now. And I go here and fast forward again, just to get it done real quick for you guys. Okay, and that is how it looks from the top right there. Alright, and then I turn around here and I just kind of go from a distance and see how it looks. And there, just from a distance. So I think it's looking kind of neat. And there it is from the ground. So I think it's good that we made it as high as we did, because if we made it, you know, even a story less, you would definitely not see it nearly as much. But I think that looks really neat. Then what I do is I'm going to come down here and I'm going to use some andesite polished blocks and polished stairs. I'm going to basically put like a row of like sidewalks around the perimeter of our building. So at first I decide to do a width of 2, and then once I did that, you'll see it looked like it wasn't quite enough, so I then go ahead and add 1 more and make it a width of 3. Okay. And I think this just about finishes it up. Okay, and then here's where I decide, yeah, that, you know, based on the size of the building, that's not really as big as I would like it to be. So I go ahead and add a 3rd row. Now, if you were building this inside of like a city with other buildings, like here, it's obviously the only building, but you know, you probably already have, you know, concrete or something down on the ground, so you probably wouldn't have to add another one. But for my case here, I definitely needed to add another one. And that finishes up with the 3 wide sidewalk around the base, and I think that does look nicer, so I do keep that. And then I go ahead and wrap the whole thing in the polished andesite stairs, just to give the transition a little bit better. So you don't have a full block to jump up, and also so you don't have to jump onto that block when you walk into the building. You can just walk straight into the building. And that takes care of the stairs there, and I think that gives it a nice look there. And then what I do is I go ahead and I take the spruce trapdoor, and essentially, you know, right between, you know, floors 1 and 2, right in the center, between floors 3 and 4, and between floors 5 and 6, right exactly, essentially where the floor lies on the inside of the building, I go ahead and wrap the building in a spruce trapdoor, and it just gives it a nice look. It kind of breaks up the, you know, the consistency of the deep slate bricks. And I will go back and I actually close all the trapdoors once I get all the way around the building. And then I go here and I close them all down. I couldn't hold the button and go across. It didn't work fast enough, so I had to actually go one by one and close every single trapdoor by itself. And I'll fast forward through the next 2 floors, because once you see this one, you'll know what you have to do. Alright, and that finishes up that band that we wrapped the building in, so that's kind of how it looks. It gives it a little bit more detail and a little more depth. And then I go here and I do that around the, again, between the 3rd and 4th and between the 5th and 6th floors. And I fast forward through all this, so you don't have to watch me put them all down. And again, pause the video as you need to if you're building this with us, and you know, restart it when you are ready. And again, if you have any ideas or you'd like to see us use something different in a future build or even on the next build of this one, definitely let us know in the comments. You know, like, hey, I tried this and I think it looks really cool, or, you know, I don't necessarily like the spruce, you know, trapdoors, I would like to see something else. Definitely let us know and we'll see how we can incorporate it into our build. Alright, and that finishes up the wrapping of the building right there. Just giving you a look, you know, an idea of how it looks. You can see the trapdoors actually disappear as I get too far away on the top floor there. I guess it's just a rendering thing. Alright, and then what I'm going to do next is we're going to go inside the building and we're going to add some stairs going up to the 2nd floor. And then what I add here, I wasn't sure how this would look, but I go ahead and I wrap the, essentially the, I guess this is the 3rd floor, and then the, or is this the 3rd floor, and then the 5th floor, with these polished andesite steps as well, just to kind of smooth the transition of the building. And again, if you think that this doesn't look too good, let me know. I wasn't sure. I kind of just picked this on a whim and said, let me try it out. It might be neat if there was like a darker block, maybe if I used like one of the black, like the polished black stone or something like that. That might give it a better look, but I do kind of like it because it does break up, again, the brick color a little bit. So let me know what you think in the comments, and we can always adjust that on a future build. And here's between the, this is between the 4th and the 5th floors here, or essentially on the 5th floor, I guess you can say. And that's how it looks right there. So I think it's coming together pretty nice. And again, we might go ahead once we actually start working on the upper floors, like designing the inside of them, we might go ahead and add like a balcony or something outside of some of them, and that'll give us a little bit of additional detail. But that is yet to be determined. Probably on the next build, we'll probably get to that. So here I was trying to figure out how far I wanted to go in from the door, because I'm going to put the stairs essentially right in the center, right in front of the door as you walk in. So I go to the back and I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's where I place the stairs. And I think that's actually centered. I think 7 is actually 7, very, very close to centered at least. I didn't want it too close because I didn't want the stairs to be like right as you walk in. I wanted there to be some space. But at the same time, I didn't want it too far to the back because I didn't want it to run into the window in the back there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so it's centered. And then these iron blocks that I place are really just temporary, just for me to be able to place the stairs on top of them. And then I do break some of them out, you'll see shortly here. And I could break more of them out. I'll wait until the next build though to decide what to do with that. And then I go ahead and place the stairs on each one of these. And then once I get up to the top, I got to break the ceiling out so I can get in there. And just making sure that I don't get stuck on the ceiling, the opening. Seems like everything's working right there. So you can see there's only one space between here and the back of the building, so, and that's how it looks as you walk in the front door. I think it gives it a pretty neat look. And then I go back here and I clean up some of these extra blocks in the back, and I might come back and clean more up once I design the inside, the bottom floor here, but for right now that's where I leave it. Again, just testing it, making sure it works okay. And I don't know if I'm going to make this second floor like a residential area. The first floor will be some kind of commercial area. Maybe I'll make it like a restaurant or something like that. And then the second floor, you know, maybe I'll turn into a residential area. I'm not sure. So what I do here is I just grab some dark oak fence, and I'm just going to wrap the opening the stairs around it. Just so it's not open, so you don't just fall down there. And I use the dark oak to give it a little bit of contrast between the spruce floors. And then I'll come back to, in a future build when I design the downstairs, and I'll figure out, you know, what am I going to put here on the side of the stairs as well. Just so I don't, you know, you don't fall off the edge of the stairs. So that there finishes up our build for today. We got our skyscraper. We added the wrapping with the spruce trap doors. We added the sidewalk down by the ground. We added the polished andesite stairs around the third and fifth floors, and then we of course added the big giant antenna up on top of the building, and we added the stairs that go from the first to the second floor. So on our next video, again, we'll be designing the interior of many of these floors. Again, probably a restaurant on the first floor, and then you know, the second floor is unknown, maybe a commercial place, but maybe just residential, and then probably the third floor and up will be all residential. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.